Hello guys, and today I'm going to show you my review of the Google Pixel 6a 6 months after its initial release. So without any further ado, let's get started. The Google Pixel 6a is still the latest of the budget phones released by Google, and it has actually gotten a lot more attention recently due to winning MKBHD's yearly smartphone camera comparison. In this video, I'm going to be giving you a full review of the phone in a concise way to show you if the phone still compares well to other competitors after a price reduction to under $350. In this video, we'll be looking into the build quality and design, inputs available, display, performance and software, cameras, and end with the battery life of the phone. The first aspect will be the build quality, which is really good like on most of the Google Pixel phones. It has that classic clean look of a Pixel phone and has a similar design to the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro. You get a metal and plastic body with a boxy design and a chunky horizontal camera bar from the regular Pixel 6 and 6 Pro. The phone also comes in a bunch of different unique colors, and all the colors have some character to them and look good. The Pixel 6a is also IP67 rated against dust and water, meaning it should survive a dunk up to a depth of 1 meter for up to 30 minutes, and the front is coated in a protective layer of Gorilla Glass 3. Overall, the build quality is premium and you don't feel too left out when comparing the build to other expensive flagships. The inputs available here include a glass fingerprint reader and only a single nano SIM slot along with eSIM. It's missing things like an SD card reader, headphone jack, and there isn't dual SIM support available either. The phone's also got the usual Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 5.2, NFC and 5G capability. The fingerprint reader here has been upgraded to an in-display one compared to the 5A, which had a physical one on the back. It's not the fastest fingerprint reader you'll see, even by budget standards, but it's still not bad enough to be a negative. The speakers are mainly bottom facing, with a smaller call speaker also turning on when you are viewing content. They produce clear audio and are loud, though you can block and muffle the speakers quite easily when you're holding the Pixel 6a horizontally to let's say play a game or view videos. The display on the Pixel 6a doesn't have the best specs, but in terms of just viewing, it is excellent. The Pixel 6a comes with a 6.1-inch 2400 by 1080 60Hz OLED HDR panel that has excellent color performance, being one of the most accurate and punchy display panels at this price and offering good brightness. The biggest negative is the 60Hz, which is honestly a big letdown and just makes the phone sluggish to use if you're coming from a phone with a high refresh rate, or you've tried a competitor of this phone with a higher refresh rate display. Even if you aren't into playing games and such, where the higher refresh rate is the most useful, just browsing and using the phone at a higher refresh rate just feels a lot more snappy and responsive. Overall, I'd say that the display is actually solid if you aren't too bothered by the low refresh rate. The performance of the Pixel 6a is quite good and is above most of its competition. Its specs include the Google Tensor chip, which you can also find on the more expensive Pixel 6, 6GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. The performance is up there with some of the best budget phones out, and even the flagships, with the main lacking point being the RAM, which is only 6GB. It doesn't affect you in day-to-day work use and shouldn't even be an issue in gaming. The Tensor chip from Google is honestly a very powerful CPU that allows for many of the Google software innovations like instant text-to-speech, the background audio detection, and most of the camera processing that goes on, which I'll talk about more in the camera section of the review. In terms of performance and use, I don't see much that can push this phone to its limit, and the main negative is only the storage and RAM, which could have been more. Software wise, you shouldn't be worrying if at all, and since it's a Google phone, you get stock Android which is clean and fast, and you'll receive some of the quickest software updates on any phone. Google has promised around 3 years of software support for this phone, which is quite good, and even if you buy it now, you still have more than 2 years of software updates coming to your Pixel 6a. Now let's talk about the aspect which people are actually buying the Pixel 6a for at this price, which are the cameras on it. Put simply, the Google Pixel 6a has the best cameras on any budget to mid-range phone and can easily compete with the highest flagships in the photography department. The Pixel 6a comes with a very bare bones camera setup with the same old 12 megapixel sensor which you can find on many of the older Pixel phones. This time it's a dual camera setup with both being 12 megapixel and one being an ultra-wide sensor. The colors, dynamic range, sharpness all are excellent, with none of the images being overly processed or having higher saturation. The main camera also comes with OIS which helps in low light scenarios, as well as avoiding motion blur in video capture. Video recording capability is up to 4K at 60 fps and 240 fps up to 1080p for slow motion videos. Video quality isn't as impressive as the photos, but it's still better than the majority of budget and mid-range phones. The selfie camera is a 8MP wide shooter, and it too provides good quality photos. The only negative is that the selfie camera is missing a wide angle, but the main camera being so good makes up for that in my opinion. Overall, the camera on the Pixel 6a can't be questioned as the best at this price. Finally, the battery life on the Pixel 6a is quite good with a few negatives. The phone can actually last for a day easily, even if you have a medium to heavy use day, and that's thanks to the 4400 mAh battery and the 60Hz display. The negatives here are that the phone doesn't have super fast charging like the OnePlus phones and doesn't have wireless charging as well due to the back being made of plastic. Still, a day of use is more than fine by me, and the lack of wireless charging can get a pass at this price. So the final verdict for the Google Pixel 6a is that at this lowered price of $350, it found a new life and is actually quite recommendable for many users. Basically, if you're someone that wants a good phone that will last you for a long time and want excellent cameras, the Pixel 6a is a great bang for the buck option. The only reasons to get something else other than this is if you want a higher refresh rate display or want more storage and RAM, but other than that, this can be the best option right now in 2023. So that's it for the video guys, thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel, and hope you've enjoyed this video. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.